So we just had the Diablo 4 Season 10 Campfire. So here's a quick summary of what we learned. And I'm just going to I'm not going to sit here and just bash Blizzard. That's happened enough over the last couple of years. I'm just going to try to be honest with my feedback about what I heard. Some of it actually was good. The very first thing that they said was they got feedback about the campfires that they get too much into the weeds and it's hard to understand. If I'm being honest, I found this feedback completely shocking. I've never heard anybody say that. And I thought, if anything, that they should go the other way and get much more in detail about everything. But they said that it's that's what essentially what the patch notes are for if you want to dive deep. So I I don't I thought that the campfires were for like the really dedicated fans. So I thought that getting into the weeds is the whole purpose of them, but I guess they feel differently. That shocked me big time. They covered everything that we previously knew about Season 10. The Infernal Hordes are being redone. There's a baby Infernal Horde to help you level up. There's a Bartuk boss fight. Chaos Armors let you get new powers in different slots. They added Chaos Rifts to Helltide. There's Chaos Perks as a seasonal theme, and they're not powers, but they're powers. They had some class updates. It didn't sound like it sounded like there was pretty much like one or two for every class. Necro's one of the perks. You can swap your core skills with ultimate skills. Dance of Knives targets elites better. They added reload for more damage on the crossbows. That's the thing I dislike the most in POE2, but maybe it will feel better in Diablo 4. Charge bolts do more damage for sorcerers. Druids, the tornadoes now spin in a circle and can drag enemies, and the new unique summons more ravens. Warriors, I couldn't really follow what the changes were. Something about doing more damage if you wield just one arsenal weapon or something like that. And in Spiritborn, they updated the ultimates. Some of the other updates. The dungeon keys now show which ones have whispers. I think I genuinely think I've been asking for this since like pre-season 1. This is a massive just like I wish we would have had this 2 years ago. Because when you have whispers and there's a timer, you're just fishing through which dungeon keys actually synergize with it. So this is actually huge. Wish we had this a long time ago. Now, there are changes to the Infernal Hordes. I played the PTR. From what they said, I haven't actually tested it. It actually sounds like they made quite a few changes. I wrote them an entire document about things that I think they should change. And a lot of the things that I heard them say actually were in the document and in the video that I made, which is surprising because, again, not to be insulting, but just honestly, historically, usually it seems like from the PTR to when it actually launches, the amount of changes is very small. And also small in magnitude, the number of them and the magnitude of them. But they rebalanced how you actually generate ether, both from your choices and just how well you blast the event. I think that that's good. The chaos waves, which are supposed to be the really exciting thing, part of my feedback was they spawn way too frequently. That it's not fun and exciting if you spawn them like every other wave. And also, when you do that, you've ruined the entire idea of making a build from your choices because you aren't making your build because you're picking chaos waves every time. So they agreed and they made it less frequent and they made it even more rewarding. I think that's definitely the play because now when they spawn, you'll be happy and it won't ruin your build. I think that's much better. This is the part that surprised me. We'll have to actually see if they did this, but they essentially said that they did a pass on all the events on all of the numbers. I don't know exactly what that means, but if they did do that, that's quite a bit of work from the PTR. And they also said that they specifically looked at soul spires. Again, I gave them an example of how the spires are bad and they've always been bad. So they said they completely reworked those. So I give you credit. I gave you that feedback a few weeks ago along with everybody else. It's not just me. The world doesn't revolve around me. But this is more changes from a PTR for an event than I maybe have ever seen ever in any other patch. So I give you credit for that. They added one more chaos armor for each class. Okay, I'll take it. They removed the immunity phases on bosses for shields. Well, that's exactly what last Epoch did. So taking inspiration from last Epoch. In general, this is a good change, but also in Diablo 4, you know, the most common complaint is there's nothing to do and you beat everything instantly. Well, now that the builds hit for trillions and billions of damage, you're going to shred the shield instantly, and the bosses are going to die metaphorically instantly. There were a bunch of questions and answers. I only wrote down 3 of them. Are the chaos powers just for the season, not going into the core game? Yes, unless they decide to add it later. Can you target farm them? The answer really is no, but you can if you just go to the gambler and gamble stuff. I'll be honest with you, I forgot that the gambler is in the game, but the way you want to target farm them, if you want a specific power on a chess piece, is you gamble chess pieces. It is what it is. Tempering and masterworking changes, not this season. It'll be next season. So, I don't know. It was about what I expected, I would say. If all of these changes to the Infernal Hordes from the PTR are as fruitful as they made it sound, this impresses me. I'm very happy for this. I definitely have the feeling like, man, I wanted this 2 years ago. It's like, it's hard to get excited about something you've been begging for so long, but I'm trying not to think like that. I'm trying to just be happy. And, well, that's it.